Brick Dork checking in, guys. Got the Sith Infiltrator set numero 75096, 662 pieces. Ages 9 to 14, but that's stupid. So let's get on with the review. Alright, dorks, I am back with the Infiltrator. Cool looking set, good size. I did not put all the stickies on because I don't like stickies, and I don't feel like these gray ones, they're dark gray that go on light gray, really actually add a whole lot of effect to it. So I left them off. They're going to come off eventually anyway, so I figure if I just leave them here, stick them in the instruction booklet, we'll be good. The instruction booklet is a nice one. It's a big, thick one book. Good spine. Alright, don't care about that much. Let's get on to the figures. With this set you get 5 figures, and I will tell you who they are. Qui-Gon, Watto, R2-D2, young baby whiny Anakin, and smiling Darth Maul. Here's a closer view of each. Going to start with my least favorite, and that's R2-D2, because you get so many of them and there's so little differences with him and the next one. I mean, it seems like we get like 2 a year or something like that. But anyways, here's a close-up of him. Does have great printing on the front and the dome. No leg printing, no back printing, and your standard dome printing. So that's all he is. Whap. Next least favorite is Baby Whiny Anakin. Mainly because I hated his character in the movie. I didn't like it. I liked it. I disliked him more than I disliked Jar Jar. So, anyways, this figure is actually really good. The hair is kind of big, but the kid, I mean, it matches his movie quality. He's got good torso printing. Obviously, no leg printing because he's got stubbies. Good back printing. He is a two-sided, so you get concerned look, and you get happy look. So, next, this is Watto. Now, I know they only released one of him prior to that, or to this, and he's pretty highly sought after, but I don't understand why he's in this set. He wasn't really involved with the Infiltrator or the scene. Yeah, he was on the planet, but I think he's a weird one that they could have left in for like a different set. But we got him, so here he is. He's got tan hands, he's got good torso printing, or I should say, he's got a headpiece, and that's his whole deal. He's got stubby legs and just a basic blue body, which is actually a unique color, I believe. And the torso is kind of rubbery, so it's a little more durable than just the hard plastic, which is good. And I mean, the detail is pretty good. You got some nice little knots, ties on there. You got some side bags. Not a whole lot to the back of him. Good figure, just weirdly included in this set in my opinion. Now we have Darth Maul, which I've seen a lot of other reviews. I kind of like to see what people are saying before I buy something. This set did retail for $89.99, but it was on sale on Lego.com, so I got it. Everybody hates this Darth Maul. They hate his face. They hate his face. It's Darth frickin' Maul, though. He was fantastic, and he makes this little fun grin in one of the scenes where he's fighting Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. Jeez, I forgot Obi-Wan's name. I personally like this one, and I don't care what you think, because your opinion is not mine. This is a great Darth Maul figure in my opinion. Some people, like I said, don't like his smile. Comes with the cape, comes with the cowl, but he does also come with his headdress. And I'm going to click that on quickly and line it up. There we go. Looks freaking awesome. I mean, come on. It's Darth Maul. They even give you the one stubby horn. That's brilliant. And, which is kind of what set me over the top with liking this set, was you get a backup, which is sweet. Anyways, torso printing's not that complicated, and it's pretty minimal. But he does have leg printing, as you can see. Comes with the cloth cape, which has a itty bitty bit of printing on the back. No double-sided head for him because that would be kind of difficult since he's got the red face, but great figure. I really like it. Next. Last but not least, we have Qui-Gon Jinn. He is my favorite in this set because I do love the little fluffy cape that he gets, or shawl, or whatever you want to call it. Plus, he looks almost exactly like Liam Neeson in the movie. So, you get his lightsaber, obviously. He does have a two-sided face. His smirky face, which I'll give you a little glimpse. That's what it looks like, smirky face. And then serious face, because, you know, he's fighting Darth Maul, and he's very concerned in this whole Tatooine experience. Under you get leg printing, which is awesome. You get torso printing, which is also really good. Bloop. No arm or side leg printing. Got to take his hair off again to show you the back printing, which is good. But, I don't know, I think this is a really great figure. I think they captured Qui-Gon almost perfectly with this one, so love it. Let's get on with the ship. Alright, dorks, this is a pretty fun build. Lots of different techniques in it that I liked. There's a couple things that I'm not too fond of, like the stickers I said earlier in this video that I did not put on. I put two of them on because they're control panel pieces, and yeah. So, let me show you what we got here. 662 pieces, which is not all of them because some are in the figs and some are in the extra pieces, blah, 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 blah. So, you do get this printed cockpit, which is awesome. I was really happy to see that that was a printed piece. Let's go to the bottom, which does not have a whole lot of detail, but, you know, whatever. You get landing gear that tucks up nicely and hides completely, which I like. And then it comes out and sits up, so that's good. You get your posable wings, which I know are more, whatchamacallit, curved. They are more curved in the movie, but I think they capture it okay here. I mean, you can only do so much with Lego, so I think they did an okay job with it. They're posable. I dig it. Does have two spring-loaded missile launchers, one on each side, which is a good feature, and it doesn't, they built it into the wing piece so it doesn't actually bulk out, you know, give it an extra look to it that doesn't really, you know, go with the flow of the ship. So back here we do have the cockpit, which that opens up, that opens down, and is articulated so you can make it look, you know, neat. These little pieces fold out. I think, yeah, you can still see it. Cool. It's hard for me to do this with my camera angles and my old camera. So you get two clips, one for his lightsaber, I assume, and you get his macro binoculars that he looks through. The seat is on a swivel, so you can move it around, and he has a joystick. And those stickers that I put on, try and show you, are right there for control panel pieces, which is neat. Because it gives it an added, I mean, it gives the cockpit area a nice look to it. So, cockpit was done well. Let's close her back up. Or whatever. I'm not a big. There we go. Then we move on to the front where there's other play features. You have the center that lifts up, and then these sides lift down, and you get Maul's speeder, which I thought was a really, really neat addition. And it articulates. That's my word of the day, is articulate. I'm not going to throw Maul on here just because I don't want to. But I thought that was a neat little addition that they give you. It's kind of weird though that when it's in there, you got that nice hole. Bloop. But that part sits down in it, and those fold up, and that folds down. And I know you saw that there was a space in here. That's another play feature. Right here we got a little switchy switch. If you push it back, it opens, and the droids! His little droids come out. The ones that he finds, the people, you know what I'm talking about. They make noises and shit. So, those are all the play features. I do dig them. I think they all function well with the ship. Here are... Well, I'll cut and then come back to the extra pieces, because there's some extra pieces. So, see you in a sec. Extra pieces! Alright. Get a missile. Get an extra Darth Maul horn set, which is awesome. You get silver lightsaber, only one of those. You get 4 of these extra doodad Technic clips. You get an extra droid antenna. You get a red slope. You get a dark tan slope. You get a smooth blue translucent stud. You get a green translucent stud. You get a smooth top white translucent stud. You get a black circular stud, gray circular stud, a couple of these stubby little Technic pieces, and that for a Technic piece. Those are the extra pieces, dudes. Not a whole lot. This is an old Star Wars Action Fleet Sith Infiltrator. This is what the wings should look like, curved. This doesn't have curved wings. Anyways, not a big deal. But I think they did a good job. I think they matched it up with this quite well. I know it's hard for you to see the details on these, but if you're looking for a difficult collection to collect, Star Wars Action Fleet, made by Galoob, ended in like 2001, right after The Phantom Menace came out. Actually, there was a few more after that, after Hasbro bought Galoob, which sucked because it didn't come with little figures. This one came with figures. Ugh. If I can open up the cockpit. Oh, come on. I had a bunch of these Galoob sets. I mean, you get a little Darth Maul in there. Pretty BA. Anyways, just wanted to show you what another model of Infiltrator looked like. And, I mean, they're pretty freaking similar. Anyways, final thoughts on the Lego Star Wars Infiltrator. Out of 10, I'm going to give it an 8. And I'm going to give it an 8 based on the fact that I got it on sale, 20% off-ish. If I had to pay $90 for it, I don't think I'd give it an 8. I think I'd bump it down to a 7.5. I know people say there's been like 3 other ones released, and I don't have any of them since I'm relatively new. But this is a great one. The size, it's nice and bulky. Look great on a shelf in my opinion. You get some cool little micro builds. You get the Maul speeder, and you get his little probe droids. The figures are great for what they are, but I wouldn't have picked R2-D2. Like, maybe put Shmi Skywalker in it or something, you know? Like, or even that old lady that tells Annie that storm's coming, Annie. You know, like somebody like that, somebody obscure. I think that would have been kind of neat. Or even like a frickin' Naboo guard or Amidala's bodyguard lady, like her body double. Somebody different. I don't need R2-D2 in every freaking set. I don't need Watto either right now because he wasn't involved in the Infiltrator. It's just weird to me that you get, you know, a dark side ship, one dark side character, and then the rest, you know, neutral or light side. Anyways, but the figures themselves are great. 8 out of 10. I really like it. Great play features that don't detract from the actual model itself. Cool micro builds. If you can get it on sale, I highly recommend it. Basically, anything for me 8 and above that I rate is kind of a must-have, and that will probably stay in my collection. Anything under 7.5, anything in the 6s, depending on its size, will probably get traded off. So anyways, guys, that is all I got for you. This is The Brick Dork, and I am out.